So the first thing you'll notice when you're building the puzzle is you will have lots of numbers on all the edge pieces. Now the little booklet that you get gives you a bit of a background story. The booklet will also tell you that there are 6 mysteries hidden within the puzzle. So you've got to find those 6 things and work out a code. And all those codes are 3 numbers bar 1, which is 2 numbers. There is also a guide online that can help you by scanning the QR code. But on the most part of it, it was kind of easy. There were a couple of bits that I got a little bit stuck, and I just looked at this just to, help me through it. And I also use it just to make sure that I got the correct codes at the end of it. So the first thing I did was spotted this one here. It says go, so I presumed that meant that was the start of the puzzle. There is a little number on there as well. I'm not going to tell you what the numbers are because I don't want to spoil it completely, and let you guys kind of work it out. So I wasn't really sure where that number was going to fit to start with, so I moved on to the next easiest thing I could see, which is the piece of paper at the bottom. So basic thing with this puzzle is it tells you this boat plus this boat equals X, and you've got to figure out the values of each boat. That was really easy. Okay, the next thing I went to then was the fish puzzle up here. So you've got this fish times 2, this fish minus 6, this fish plus 3. You've just got to find the corresponding fish within the submarine picture here, and then you just work out the maths. I then thought the same thing would apply to these fish up here, but there are just 5 of each fish, and there is no corresponding number. There's no 555 anywhere, so I thought, okay, well, that's wrong. So I left that. I wasn't too sure about that one for now. The next one I moved on to were the dials. So you'll notice that there are dials with patterns on it, little red patterns, shapes, and each dial has a number. And then down here, you'll notice the same patterns on the shapes. So easy as pie, same order, pick the dials. So triangle followed by a rectangle followed by a diamond gives you the 3 numbers that you need for the code. So that's 1, 2, 3 that we've done so far, and there are 6 in total. So the next one I looked at were the wires, because when you look at the wires here, you will see there are some numbers at the top, and one of the wires is connected to these here. So first thing I noticed that these are primary colours and these are secondary colours. So I basically just took which wires made that secondary colour and then added up the numbers, and again that gave me another clue to the puzzle. So how many have I done now? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, back to the start then, the go one. The only thing that's missing 2 numbers is this little dial here. I popped those 2 numbers in there. Okay, so that's number 5. Now the last one I knew had to be something to do with this Morse code thing, but I couldn't figure out what it was for. So I did have a look on the solution, and the first hint it gave me was about fish. Then I realised that, this bit up here I hadn't used yet and I didn't know what to do with it, but it's also got the same colour piece of tape. So I figured that they were connected, and then I realised that when you're looking at these fish, there's 5 of each, and there's 5 dots on each piece here. And some of the fish are big and some of the fish are little, okay? So you just basically go through each fish and you count how many big and how many small fish there are. But that didn't completely work for me because the code didn't correspond to any numbers on the outside. So I tried doing it backwards. That didn't work either. And then I was a bit stumped. So I looked at the next clue and it said about the direction that the fish are swimming, and that changed the code round. So they're all swimming in the same direction, but you work from back to front in terms of the code of the fish rather than from left to right. So that gave me the 6th code. And then all I did after that was I picked out all the pieces from the side that gave me my code, and they all kind of fit together basically and make a little box. Now what I haven't done yet is open the envelope to see if I'm right. So, find my box. That's my code for escaping. Let's see if we're right. So you get a sealed envelope in the box. And we'll look to see what it says. Okay. Okay. So it says the main pressure line is whole again. The submarine can show up on the back. And there's a couple of extra numbers here. Is there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? I don't know why there's 7. Oh, because, right, okay. So it's talking about this box is the way you escape. You've got to, I see. Right, okay. So I've got all the right numbers, but they all fit over this box to turn all the switches on. That's quite clever. I like that. Da, 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 da. And the red one. There we go. And then the last number is 89, which I had missed, but it did say there were only 6 clues. So, you know, I wasn't looking for a 7th. But there we go. Puzzle solved. I quite like that. You know, the puzzle bit wasn't so hard. So I'd probably get another one and give another one a go, I think. So tune with me for when I do that next time. See you soon. Remember to like and subscribe.